Set. 10 logo.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Rock it.
They'll run for the first time with Peyton Barber. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Ready? 10-2 start. 54. Get ready.
Off play action. Herbert. Open man has got it. It's complete. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Barber on 1st and 10. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
I don't think either one of us is surprised about who they just targeted on that one. I mean, they're going to try and get to him as much as possible. Off to a nice start, but unable to haul that one in.
Yeah, already looked his way a couple of times on this opening drive. Can't connect there. And did he have enough? He did. He kept it on line and managed to tuck it into the bottom right corner. So make some room next to Tom Dempsey on the NFL's all-time field goal distance leaderboard. That's going to go down officially as a 63-yarder.
Let's not forget about David Akers, Jason Elam, and Sebastian Janikowski, too. So now Matt Prater at 64 has got a little bit of company up near the top spot. That was one heck of a kick right there.
Here we go. 180. 55. And let's get in that hole. That's the
Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. To throw is Newton. That's complete to Slayton. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 9.
180. Gun.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. He's scared.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Open man is Anderson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
I got you.
Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Ready. Stay with your man. Great. Check no one. Watching you guys.
Now on 2nd and 13. Newton nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sua Cravens has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Newton now to throw. And that's knocked away and incomplete. Pretty solid coverage there by the All-Pro Richard Sherman, able to get a hand in. Beckham, the guy everyone's going to be keeping an eye on, but he's going to have his work cut out for him. He's got to go against Richard Sherman, and that is certainly no picnic.
And for years, when I've watched Richard Sherman trying to get to the heart of what's made him such a great player on the corner, I come back to one thing. Takes very few false steps, and he gets that out of film study and understanding the receivers and the type of routes they can run against him.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. He's got his tight end, Anthony Ferkser. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Off the play fake. Herbert. That's complete to his tight end, Ferkser. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
Looking to throw. Herbert. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Tim Williams. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Back to throw. Herbert. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Off play action. Herbert. He finds his target. It's Evans. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Give him 28 yards on that one. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Gay's kick is good. And that'll make it 6-0 here in the 1st. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Man, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Squeeze, double.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. With that last carry, he's now over 8,000 career rushing yards.
All right, big applause. Lots of clapping for this one, right? Think about it this way. Along the way, he has passed Hall of Famer Terrell Davis, and now he's starting to approach another Hall of Famer in Larry Zonka. One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
On first down, it's Bell. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Out of the gun, Newton gets this one to Le'Veon Bell. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Let's get off the field. Hey, check mine.
From the gun, here's Newton. That's complete. It's Bell. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
20.
My 55.
Now Newton. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And some space here. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Josh Jacobs, his 5th touchdown now on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
36.
On second down, it's Bell. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down.
Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
A good lane to run there for Bell as he'll get about 7 on first down. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. On second down now, it's Bell. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. Now after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and
On second and 11 now. Newton, that'll be taken in by Anderson. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage, it'll be back at the 36. The last 2 plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. Throwing is Newton, eluding the pressure right. He finds Beckham, complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 14. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. First red zone opportunity now for the Jets. It's 1st and 10 at the 14.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. Don't get nervous.
A shotgun snap for Newton. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. Now they'll try to sweep with Bell. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Le'Veon Bell. As the first half is winding down, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with a field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. A final shot before break. Herbert. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing.
Le'Veon Bell, it's a foot race. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Le'Veon Bell. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. As his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Elliott good on the extra point, and that will put them on top here in the 3rd. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned. Because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Once again, it's Jacobs. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down. Looking to throw. Herbert. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Henry Anderson able to record his 5th sack of the season. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Officially, that'll be a 63-yard punt. Well done. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On 3rd down, here's Bell.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down. Try
and regain some confidence, and you're right, they need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. They'll run on 1st down. Bell. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
It's easy work.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today.
8. Watch the slap. Watch the slap. Check.
Third and long. It's Newton. Steps away to his left. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. And again this time to the tailback. 3 yards on the pickup there, and they've got it back to 3rd and 10.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Catch made by Slayton. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it.
Strip that ball. 49, check 49, check 49. Check 3.
They snap it to Newton. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Adam Gotsis. And that will force a turnover on downs. Well, you feel the excitement build on those 4th down plays. Defense has to stay out there, but for the offense, when that thing doesn't work out, such disappointment.
It can absolutely be a deflator, but how about the defensive guys? If they stop you on 4th down, they are absolutely elevated going to their bench.
They're elevated now. Big stop on 4th down. Call it a loss of 6 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd and long.
Set, ready? Hey, zoom. 10-2 stop.
54.
2nd and long. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 23 yards the pickup there.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. From 21 yards away. And the Bucs are going to retake the lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. And now look at him go. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. On 2nd and 9, Newton They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a third down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Jets on third down. Can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
55. Check 55.
From the gun, Newton flush to his right. And able to connect with Berrios. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
On first down, it's Bell. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Again, it's Bell. Trucks over him. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. That second down run, a big help. The 7 yards leaves him with just a 3rd and 3 now. Here's Bell. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
55, Mike 55. Get your swerve on. Check safety.
Gun.
On 4th down, Newton being chased out left. And no, it's incomplete. Adam Gase rolls the dice. It doesn't pan out. And the Buccaneers defense holds and they get the football back. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're so long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Off the play fake. Herbert. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain there of 30 big ones. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Herbert. This will be dumped off to Barber. 6 yards on the pickup, and it's a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
A 1st down carry for Bell, but he'll work forward for only about a yard. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll go again with Bell. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. From the gun, Newton. It's caught by OBJ. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. Newton now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll run it with Bell. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Tackle made that time by Vita Vea.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Watch the backer. Check.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They face a 2nd down, but they are in field goal range. They'll keep it on the ground. Bell. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They follow up the 1st down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
They'll look to throw. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. 4th down now, and defensively, Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, over-excited, and blow an assignment and give up the big 1st down.
A 4th quarter miss like that, there is no lonelier feeling than that kicker right now.
As we all know, a lot of these games, they come down to special teams. And when that chance comes, you have to perform in order to help your team get over the top.
Could have tied it. Instead, they remain down 3. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Here we go. Gator. 54. You better be 2.
Back to throw. Herbert. Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. It's in the 4th quarter down in Miami. And the Titans really stretching things out now as they've scored again. If they indeed win, it would be win number 9 on the season. Newton escaping the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Back to throw. Got a man. It's Berrios complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A Jet 1st down, 18 big yards that time. Now Newton. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. Newton to throw. Flush to his right. to the goal line, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. It's caught. Beckham. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick is no good. And just barely missing it wide to the right. Well, they got themselves in position to at least entertain the thoughts of an overtime, but as it turns out, it was not meant to be, Charles.
And you feel bad for a kicker in this spot. He's going to have to shoulder a lot of the blame, but in reality, this will be a team loss. They didn't do enough collectively to get the job done.
They'll run on first down. Jacobs. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
We got this.
So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that way up through, and they closed them.